Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the winner, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be showing you guys my ultimate lowrider car customization guide, where I'm going to be showing you guys some of the best and most important customization options for all of the new lowrider vehicles that have been added with this update. Now, typically I would do individual videos for these cars, but I thought more of an ultimate guide on some of the best features for each vehicle would be a little bit more optimized, and also some of the cars share like 80% of the features with vehicles, so I just thought that those videos would get boring and repetitive. And like I said, today I'm going to be giving you guys an ultimate guide on customizing these vehicles. Now let's start with how you actually get these vehicles. You need to access them through Benny's mod shop, and there's two ways to access this. You can either do it through normal, going on the iFind.info app, going to travel and transport, and there you will find Benny's Motorwork, or it is simply an icon on the bottom right of your phone. It's a black icon that says Benny's. You can go to that site and do two or three things. One of them is you can actually find where Benny's actually is. It's located in Strawberry, and it'll be located on your map, but just in case, it'll actually allow you to set your waypoint there. You can also look at a showroom of some previous designs, and you can also look at the stock options, which is where you're actually going to be buying these cars. Now, don't let the price deceive you. I'll talk about that in a little bit. For the most part, these cars are pretty expensive to customize, but you've got the Vappuccino at $225,000, the Primo at $9,000, the Moonbeam at $32,500, the Faction at $36,000, the Buccaneer at $29,000, and the Class A Voodoo at $5,500. Remember, don't let that price fool you, because the customization is going to be a little bit more expensive, so the overall price tag will be a bit pricier. All right, so let's start with our first vehicle, and that is actually the Williard Faction Custom. This is actually a brand new vehicle to Grand Theft Auto 5. Some of these are new, some of them are not new. We're just upgrading previously existing cars. Now, like I mentioned earlier, there are a lot of things with these vehicles that are shared features throughout all six. One of them happens to be a lot of the interior. So the trim, ornaments, the dials, the steering wheel, pretty much everything you can do inside of the car is going to remain relatively similar on all the vehicles. Hence why I'm not doing a separate video for each car. The only thing that's really going to differ on the inside is the ICE, or the ICE, which is basically your subwoofer and speaker system. You can see this one on the Faction right now. It looks pretty good. You can see a few of the options through the back. However, my two favorite parts of the Faction are the liveries. There's some really cool ones at the bottom, like Sunburst, Moonburst, Atzlan, and the decorative filled pinstripe. Those are some of the best ones in my opinion. They really do make this car look awesome. Some of the liveries aren't awesome, but the Williard Faction really does have some great ones, and also the signature T-top roof on the Faction. You can do a stock roof, no roof, or a custom roof for a really, really cool look. And once you take it outside, out of Benny's original Motorworks, I'm going to be showing you guys, like I said, with all the doors open, you can access this through the interactive menu. And you can really just see how beautiful and awesome this car is. I've got all the accoutrements on there. And of course, the hydraulics does certainly work very well with the Williard Faction. Up next, we've also got another brand new vehicle, and that is going to be the Declasse Moonbeam Custom. Now, the Moonbeam Custom has a bunch of cool things that you can actually do to this vehicle. One of them is the extremely unique interior. It's kind of funny because I just mentioned how ununique the interiors are. Well, that's the exception of the Moonbeam. You can do some crazy things to the doors with speakers. The interior is also probably the best. You get like a giant iPad display screen with dozens of giant white speakers that you can see all throughout the vehicle. There's also some crazy upgrades that you can do to the trunk. This one probably has the best speaker system of them all. You can see the extreme wall of sound there is just super menacing and super massive. And you can also take a look at the livery that I've got on there. Looks pretty fresh and pretty nice. And when you take it out of Benny's mod shop, you'll see that this does look amazing. You can see the sliding doors in the back, the way the tailgate pops up, revealing that extreme wall of sound. It is massive. It is so awesome. And the Moonbeam is a really great vehicle. Moving on to a car we've had in the game for a while now, that's going to be the Albany Primo Custom. Now, the Albany Primo Custom has a few things that I actually really like. One of them is the options to the hood. You can completely remove the hood. You can simply apply a latch cover, or you could do a glass window hood, which kind of lets you peek into the interior of the window. I think that looks really nice. Now, also on the Primo are some amazing liveries. There's like 2 or 3 cars that really have some good ones, and the Primo is one of those ones. You've got the yellow floral, the red floral, you got achromatic, aquatic, blue and gold leaf, and burgundy gang, which is the one that I actually use at the end of this. And by the way, all these highlights are from my live stream, or all these cars were done on my live stream earlier today. And when you take it out of the Benny's Mod Shop, it really does look good. I'm most impressed with the mural that's kind of done on the outside of the livery, and the inside looks really clean as well. The speakers look very, very nice, as you can see, on the interior and the trunk. So the Albany Primo Customized is pretty awesome. Definitely recommend you get this vehicle also. Next on the list is the Albany Buccaneer Custom. Of course, a car that we are very much used to in Grand Theft Auto 5, but really does have some awesome customization features. It's got a pretty nice ICE unit in the back. While it's not totally noticeable, if you do the extreme shelf install, the speakers and subwoofers almost become 3D, so it really does make those pretty nice. But probably the most thing that I'm biggestly impressed with is the livery that is the final one, Retro Flames. It really just brings me back to Vice City. Those Retro Flames look absolutely amazing on a black lowrider. It really does look awesome. So I really recommend you go with the Retro Flames, although some of the other ones aren't bad options either, like Green Geometric, Gold Classic Outline, the Retro Scallops. There's a bunch of other ones that look really awesome, including the thick gold pinstripe. That one is probably my second favorite. So probably the 2 or 3 biggest things about this car is the liveries. They are really awesome, and the fact that you can make this a convertible. And you'll notice that when you make a car convertible, your guy will actually hang his left arm out of the window. So it kind of gives you a different driving style if you do choose to do the convertible. And when I bring it outside of Benny's, you can just see when I pop all the windows, it looks beautiful and it looks awesome. The way the flames go onto the door a little bit, and just how open and epic this car is. It really is beautiful. Moving on, let's cover the Declasse Voodoo Custom. And what's cool about this is it actually turns the Voodoo from a dirty model to a clean model, which is super cool, something we've never seen in Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, one thing I really like about the Voodoo is its interior is super clean, but it's also super unique. It really does stand out from the rest of the lowriders, and that's one of the reasons why I like it. It's simple, it's got that old school style feel, and that's one of the reasons I really like it. The livery on the Voodoo is also pretty spectacular. There's one, it's like the succubus. The succubus looks really awesome. It's like this lady that's howling or blowing at the moon, and it's kind of got these blue flames, and you'll also notice that has voodoo written on the hood as well, which looks pretty sick. There's also some cool other ones like native shapes, labyrinth geometry, elaborate blue and orange. The Voodoo definitely has some of the craziest liveries in this update, and it's also got a really nice trunk that shows off some of the cool speaker boxes that can be added with this car. And when you bring it outside, you'll definitely tell that that livery really does make it the way that it just extends over every inch and ounce of the car, really making it look awesome. The Declasse Voodoo Custom is definitely one you're going to want to get. And finally, last but not least, we are going to be talking about the Vapid Chino Custom, car that came with the Ill-Gotten Gains update. And this car is kind of a unique one because there isn't really anything that I love about it customization-wise, but the liveries on it are fairly extreme. I don't love any particular one, but all of them are really bold and ambitious, like purple, furiously floral, blue, furiously floral, gold, furiously floral. All of them are like really, really ambitious and stick out there. And you can also make this car a convertible, which again will give you that unique driving style. So it's one of the few lowriders that you're going to be able to have that unique driving style in, as well as lots of options in the trunk for a crazy speaker system. You can even get some neons in there, which really does make it look pretty awesome. And of course, when you take it outside and you remove all the trunks and the doors, you'll really see how good any one of those bold liveries really work. And of course, the neon that can be seen in the back. And if you apply neon in the interior and on one of the placards, it is going to look very, very nice overall. Anyways, that is my ultimate lowrider car customization guide for the Lowrider DLC in Grand Theft Auto Online. Once again, I wanted to highlight some of the coolest things from each vehicle because a lot of the customization options are going to be the same for each one. So I figured I'd let you guys play with that, and then I would tell you guys what I think are the coolest from each one. So once again, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating. That would be amazing. But most importantly, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, you like daily videos, and of course, all the daily GTA Lowrider content that I'm going to be doing here on my channel. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.